Okay, are you ready?
Thank you.
Okay. Monday, the 11th day of October, 2021, Commercial Court 2 via Zoom at 2:33 before the Honorable Justice Mussonin, Civil Jurisdiction 2021, number 282, in the matter of the Supreme Court Act 1905, and in the matter of the Bermuda Bar Act 1974, and in the matter of Izabella Andrade Arnold. Mr. Dunlop for the applicant.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Dunlop.
Good afternoon, my lord. I'm very grateful for your lordship to spare the time. Your lordship will, I hope, by now know me. Before the record, I am Peter Dunlop, who's a partner at Walker's Bermuda Limited, and this is my application to admit and enrol my colleague Izabella Andrade Arnold as a Bermuda barrister and attorney. Your lordship should have before him the affidavit of Miss Arnold, sworn the 8th of September 2021, the exhibit that goes along with that, which will, in the normal course, exhibit the qualifications required for this application, and the first affidavit of my partner Kevin Taylor, sworn the 16th of September 2021 in support of the application, confirming importantly that Miss Arnold has successfully completed her pupillage at Walker's.
Yes, I have those documents and I have read them.
Thank you. If your lordship is satisfied with the papers and will indulge me, I'd like to make some submissions in relation to this application.
Yes, sir.
And if I may, in relation to Miss Arnold generally. Thank you. Izabella, Bella, as she is known, is the eldest daughter of Frank and Elizabeth Arnold, who are both in court, so to speak, today. She is the eldest of four, Gabriella, Ferdinand and Frank Jr. being her younger siblings. She is one of those proud graduates of Warwick Academy. She's also a graduate of the University of Texas at Austin, which for some strange reason Bella cannot name without the postscript of Hookham Horns. She then, after studying theatre and dance, and my lord, that's not such a strange degree as it may seem, considering that we're all frustrated actors, really, aren't we? After that, she decided to go towards a legal career and studied at City University London, where she obtained her GDL and LPC. There she was published twice in the City Law Review on the topic of the judicial political treatment of same-sex marriage in Bermuda. And that earned her the Brian Cave Leighton Paisner Writers' Diversity Award. I think in my humble submission, my lord, it's fair to say that Miss Arnold is actually the most proud, however, of growing up in the family business Arnolds. And she says it's been a lifelong education. And if I may, it's this hard work ethic that really shows through in Bella as a lawyer. Bella's work at Walker's has been nothing short of first class. In the disputes group, Bella walked into a baptism of fire of 2 long trials and an arbitration. And in all of that time, Bella showed nothing but good grace, a willingness to learn, and really thought nothing of the late office hours and weekend hours that are required by those kinds of high pressure disputes. She won accolades both in the firm and, importantly, with clients. Bella went on to the corporate department and worked on funds, some insurance company work, and with a few local charities. So we have won her in the disputes group. The theatre and dance and arts degree seemingly has spurred her on and not least the Gilbert and Sullivan experience that she gained in treading the boards for all those years in Bermuda. And so, and your lordship might actually recall, Bella, when your lordship sat as a judge in the Hector Barcelona moot, which Bella competed in. Putting all the work aside, in her spare time, Bella is active. She's seen on her road bike. She competed for Bermuda as a youngster. She also attends the CrossFit cult. Forgive me, my lord, the CrossFit gym in Bermuda.
Oh,
And
I don't attend that one.
it's a very social and encouraging place to spend your time, my lord. She also cycled, keeping on the charity topic. She cycled across the UK, which is, at least in my submission, my lord, a very long way. Land's End to John O'Groats measures to something like 1,000 miles. And did that in 9 days to raise further money for the British Skin Cancer Foundation. As for me, my lord, I can only say and submit. Bella is a fine colleague.
Yes.
She's very sharp. She's an extremely safe pair of hands. And she is and will be a very good lawyer. If there was a chief morale officer position in the firm, my lord, she would be a deserving winner.
Yes.
We at Walkers are very proud of her. I'm sure her family are too. And I humbly submit that Bermuda should be extremely proud of Bella. Unless your lordship has any questions, those are the submissions I wanted to make.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Dunlop. Were any other counsel prepared to speak to the application? I see some that are perhaps on the call.
I think they are quiet in their audience, my lord. I think they're more here to watch and celebrate rather than to make submissions. It's a shame that we're not in court where it might be encouraged, my lord. It's a shame to have to do it by Zoom. But that's what I'm imagining is the situation.
So having heard the submissions and the application, I have read the papers. I am satisfied that Ms. Arnold meets the requirements to be admitted to the Bar of Bermuda. And so I'm pleased to sign the order, and I'll just take the opportunity to read the order here. It's hereby ordered that the said Izabella Andrade Arnold be admitted and enrolled to practice as a barrister and attorney in this honorable court, and is further hereby appointed to be a commissioner for oaths, affidavits, declarations, and affirmations, which may be necessary to be taken in respect of any proceedings in this honorable court. And I will sign the requisite copies of that order. Now, normally, if we were in court, there would be an associate to assist Ms. Arnold in getting properly attired. I can't see her because her camera is off. And so I'm going to now invite Ms. Andrade Arnold, properly dressed, to now address the court.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes. Good afternoon, counsel. You're muted. Your very first words to the court were muted.
Good afternoon, my lord.
Good afternoon.
Oh, thank you, Peter, for those kind words. And if it do please the court, I do have a few words to say in return.
Yes, of course.
So as my learned friend has submitted to this court, I have had an unconventional path to the bar, but it is one that has prepared me in every way for the journey that's ahead of me. As mentioned, throughout my education, I experienced many successes and honors, but none of them would have been possible without much failure and rejection. And I must say that resilience, sacrifice, diligence, honesty, and commitment to the cause are all values instilled in me through none other than my years of training and love for the theater. The culmination of my passions and experiences resulted in the decision to be an attorney, and utilizing the responsibility and the power of language, advocacy, and the pursuit of equity. I would like to say that as the eldest of four, my siblings like to call me bossy, but my mother affectionately calls me diplomatic. So I don't think my family were that surprised with my chosen career path. But on that topic of resilience and sacrifice, diligence, honesty, and commitment, those are the values I bring to my family and to this honorable court as an advocate. To everyone here today and in attendance out there watching, I want you each to know that your presence in my life has made the past 18 months brighter. 18 months ago, our world changed as we knew it. And like many others, I became unemployed overnight. And the dream of this day standing before this court dimmed even further. But I told myself, I'm the one thing in life I can control, and I was not throwing away my shot. I'm immensely grateful to Walkers for believing in my potential and ability. The past 12 months have been a whirlwind of learning and development with an incredible family of mentors and colleagues, much of it under some very, very challenging circumstances. I am proud to accept a position with the Insolvency and Dispute Resolution team under the guise of Kevin Taylor, Nicole Tovey, Peter Dunlop, and the rest of the firm. And I cannot thank my supervisors, pupil master, and my colleagues enough for their time and support and unwavering encouragement over the past 12 months. I couldn't have done it without you. To my teachers from Montessori, to the tutors of my legal practice, thank you for your light and inspiration. To my mentors, family friends, friends new, and friends from way back when, thank you for your honesty and encouragement. To my grandparents and my family, muchas gracias y muito obrigada. To my siblings and my partner, you're my tribe and give my dreams purpose. To my parents, who are in this room with me now, I'm grateful for the life you've provided me. And I promise, as I become the best version of myself, I will make it all up to thee. My Lord, I come from a line of carpenters, farmers, grocers, nurses, carers, artists, musicians, teachers. And without their hard work and sacrifice, I would not be here today before you, honored to be admitted to the Bermuda Bar. I don't know where the rest of my journey will take me, but I know it will come with many trials, pun intended, and challenges. But I do know that I plan to represent my community with the respect it deserves. And I'd like to remind myself and everyone out there that it's the journey, not the destination. Thank you, my Lord. That concludes my submissions.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Arnold. You spoke about your family. Is your father Mr. Frank Arnold?
He is, my Lord.
And does your family have a connection with Longford Hill area, a neighborhood in the Longford Hill area? Maybe
Longford
not.
Hill. My grandmother. Yes,
Yes.
I do have some cousins that live on Longford Hill.
Right. So I think I know your father, and I believe I know your grandmother, having lived right next door. And
sorry, my Lord. I think you mean Rec Road?
No, T. Fernanda.
Oh, my apologies. Yes, my mother has corrected me. Yes.
Right. So there is a connection, and so I'm very proud about that connection, and also about your family. But I'd like to say congratulations to you for all of your hard work and your determination, and your fantastic road that you took to arrive here today. And I also want to extend congratulations to your family for all the support that they have given you. That's morally, I'm sure financially, as well as emotionally, when those times came where you thought, am I really doing the right thing? Why am I having this assessment? Why can't I just get back on an aircraft and come back to Bermuda and do something else? And so I extend congratulations to them. I heard you speak Portuguese earlier. And I thought that it was the family that I was thinking about. And so I thought I would put something together in Portuguese myself. And so to your
My
family.
lord, I'm not fluent in Portuguese.
Oh, was that Spanish?
Oh, it was a Spanish and Portuguese saying thank you in both languages.
Right. Okay.
Well, I do have family who are watching now who would appreciate very much your kind words in Portuguese.
My effort. So then I would say, boa tarde, família André Pereira. Parabéns a você por esta bela ocasião. Sua filha deixou você muito orgulhosa por ter sido nomeada advogada hoje. Estou muito feliz por você e sua família. Now, luckily, there's no one here that can actually say whether I was right or wrong. But I will say that what I thought I was saying was to your family. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Andre Arnold. Congratulations to you on this beautiful occasion. Your daughter has made you very proud to be appointed as a lawyer today. I'm very happy for you and your family. So I hope that it came across the right way.
It did, my lord.
So, Ms. Arnold, you have made your family very proud today. And if I can add a few more words, you are now engaged with walkers. And walkers, as you have rightly said about the people there in the practice itself, they're a leading firm in Bermuda, particularly a commercial litigation firm. I actually worked with Mr. Dunlop many years ago and was pleasantly surprised to see him on the call today. I know the other partners in the firm. They are first-class lawyers, and you have the opportunity to be with first-class lawyers. What I read about your pupillage, it seems to have been an educational and informative pupillage. And so we look forward to seeing you in the courts. I understand that you worked in the insolvency department and that you will be attached to the insolvency department. And so you will have become familiar with the cross-border nature of the work and the insolvency and restructuring of Bermuda companies that involve companies and other parties from all around the world. And I'm pleased to see that you're having that kind of exposure as we see young people and young Bermudians getting into that field. So we look forward to your work in that area. I can give you some other advice. That would be to take counsel and instruction and guidance from those lawyers and other lawyers as well. Establish positive working relationships with other lawyers from the other firms, because you'll be representing your clients and they'll be representing their clients. But there's so much more that comes from positive working relationships. In respect of your clients, aim to do excellent work for them. In respect of the court, please communicate with the court, be on time, file papers on time, and work with the other parties to use the court's time wisely. Another bit of advice is that you should read the Barrister's Code of Conduct. And after you've read it a few more times. When you want some light reading, pick up a glass of wine or whatever you like and sit down and read different parts of the Barrister's Code of Conduct. You'll never regret it. In respect of Bermuda, continue to do the good work that I understand that you have been doing. The charity work, volunteer work that you've been doing. I think cycling 1,000 miles is pretty incredible. You seem to be involved in CrossFit, and I'm not going to say too much more about that, but otherwise keep fit and healthy. One part that I thought I was going to hear Mr. Dunlop say is that somehow he had engaged you to perhaps be on the women's rugby team for Bermuda, because he's a big rugby player and fan, if I can recall. Then also, with all the works that you do, continue to make a positive contribution to Bermuda. In these particular days of COVID, which have affected us all in tremendous amounts of ways, just remains to me to say to you, to Mr. Dunlop and everyone else on the call, for you to be safe and to remain safe. And so I wish you all the best in your career, and we look forward to seeing you in the courts. So thank you, and I also thank Mr. Dunlop. Thank you.
Much obliged, my lord.
Yes. And so the court will stand adjourned. I'm going to leave the court, and I'm not sure how much longer you'll be able to be on the session, but best wishes. Thank you.